Hi and welcome to the Belfry. This is the 16th hole on the Brabazon golf course. My name is Chris Ryan, and in this video we've got a great drill that you can do which is going to hopefully help you generate a little bit more club head speed, which in turn is going to hopefully help you hit some longer drives. Now, just before we get into the video, my social media platforms are down in the corner of the screen about now, so if you don't already, please go ahead and follow me on those as well. So this is a drill which I picked up from an American golf coach called Joseph Mayo. Now, some of you may well know him from social media as Trackman Maestro, and I don't know whether this is a drill that he's come up with or whether he's taken this from somebody else, so I'm going to credit him, but apologies if this has come from somebody else. Joe is the person I saw it from, and I think this is a fantastic drill to get a golfer to really grasp the concept of what we're trying to do with the driver to generate some more speed in the club head. So we're really talking about what happens from sort of last parallel to the golf ball. So hopefully by the time we get this club to last parallel, the hands are going to be about over this right thigh. Now, it's really important that we get golfers to understand what should happen from here to impact in order for them to generate the most speed. And this really is what this drill is about. You'll notice that I've got an alignment stick in the ground here, and we're going to go through what that's for in a moment, but all you need for this drill is an alignment stick and you can get the right kind of feels. So if I just place my driver down for a moment, we would like to see in a golf swing, when the hands are over this trail thigh and the club shaft is about parallel with the ground, this is the lowest that the hands would ever get to. From here, the hands would start to move up, and then from the down the line view, the hands would start to move in as well. So they're moving more up and in. Now, the reason the hands are moving up and in is due to what the body's doing, how the body's rotating, and how the hips are extending. You will often see lots of the longer hitters out there on tour will often have an impact either both feet off the ground or maybe 1 foot coming off the ground. And the reason for this is because they're applying a lot of force into the ground as they start down, and then they're using that vertical force to generate some upward thrust and some rotation, which is why those hands move in the way that they do. So here's what we're going to do in the drill. We're going to get you to take a normal sort of posture and setup where this alignment stick is over the inside of my right thigh, so you can see that there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my normal grip and I'm going to try and hold that alignment stick. So I've got my normal hold on this alignment stick. Now what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and go as aggressive as I can into my follow through position. So I'm going to try and mimic what I would look like as I finish my golf swing. But because the alignment stick is actually in the ground, I'm going to need some push and some force upwards to remove that from the ground as I go through into my rotation. Now, the reason this works so well is because we need two things. We need some vertical force, we need some push, which is going to pull the alignment stick out the ground. But as well as that, we need some rotation to get into that follow through position that we know we want to be in that driver. So let me show you what that looks like. Take my normal sort of address, hold the alignment stick, and then from there I want to go relatively aggressively into my follow through position. And you can see how that looks there. It looks hopefully like I've just hit a drive. Now, if we do that again, what you'll hopefully start to see happening here is as I do this, I'm starting to extend my legs, straighten my legs, straighten or extend my pelvis, work towards extension as I rotate, and then go through into that finished position. Now, if I just do one more, certainly what you won't see here is you won't see the head lift. We're not trying to raise in terms of the head, we're trying to extend through the pelvis. So if you watch that again, you're going to see the legs rotate and extend, and the head comes up at the end, but it doesn't come up as we do that move. So we're not pushing upwards with the body, we're losing the flex in our knees, we're starting to extend and rotate the pelvis, and we're going to start to see the belt line get a little bit higher as we turn through into that finished position. It's a fantastic drill to get the golfer to understand the concept of what we're trying to do through impact. So this really goes against the idea of those golfers who are trying to keep their heads down, they're trying to stay down over the ball. We often hear golfers say things like, I feel like I'm looking up too soon, I'm trying to keep my head down. If we can do those things, if we can try and stay down for longer and keep our head down, we really make it very difficult to do all the good things that we tend to see in the longer hitters or in the good golfers that we see. So First of all, what I generally do with golfers is get them to do that drill, because for me it really gets them to grasp the concept. It's almost a bit of an eye-opener for them. It's a bit of a light bulb moment. They start to realise that they can use some of this force that they're generating in the downswing to push away from the ground. That's going to help them with some rotational speed, and if we can do those things, we can generate some more clubhead speed. So really simple drill, something you can do just in your back garden or at the driving range, and then once you've done a couple of those, pick up the driver, and hopefully we can get the same sort of ideas and feels with that. So this is the 16th hole. Ideally requires a little bit of a right to left shape down here, but all I'm going to really do is I'm going to focus on making my backswing, settling into this position here, and then from there I can really make that move that I'm just rehearsing, that push and that rotation through to the finish. Right, let's go ahead and hit one. Okay, didn't quite turn over, but that's pretty straight down the middle. That's hopefully going to leave me a relatively short iron in. So, great drill. One from Trackman Maestro, Joe Mayo. Fantastic sort of bit of information for him. Really like that drill. Really find it gives me a lot of success when I use it with the students down at the academy. Give it a go and hopefully you'll hit some longer drives through a little bit more clubhead speed. Thanks for watching the video. Hopefully it helped. If it did help, click the like button. That really does help me. If you don't already, please subscribe. There is a link in the description box down below. Loads of videos on my channel and more being uploaded weekly. And last thing, if there's got any comments on this video or any videos you'd like me to film going forwards, post those in the box down below and I'll do my best to respond to as many as I can, and hopefully you might see your video on YouTube. Thanks again for watching and hopefully we'll see you again soon.